and hammering further pain on Harry and Meghan are the Trumps. And I don't blame them, by the way. I do not blame the Trump family for a single second, Angela, after the appalling things that Harry and Meghan have said for years about their father, Donald. So this is Eric Trump in a bombshell new interview today for the Daily Mail, where he utterly slams Harry, utterly slams Meghan, but there's a little bit of interesting hope contained with this interview because, of course, the Heritage Foundation are continuing to push for Prince Harry to be deported for lying about illegal drug use, potentially on his admission immigration documents to the US. But within this interview with Eric Trump, which it really is worth watching what I'm going to show you, because even though he is slamming Harry and Meghan, the general tone seems to be actually are now so unpopular, so insignificant, that we probably won't bother to deport them. Watch this.
Okay.
Truthfully, I don't give a damn about Prince Harry, and I don't think this country does either. I will say that, you know, my father loved the Queen.
I said, wait a minute, wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
And I think the monarchy is like an incredibly beautiful thing. We've known the king forever. In fact, when I was just digging through a photo album not too long ago, and I came across a great picture of him literally with my father. I'm probably 6 years old in the lobby of Mar-a-Lago, in the front entrance of Mar-a-Lago, and it's special. I mean, we've known him forever.
Wow.
You know, the monarchy is a beautiful thing. I think Harry's done a huge detriment to it. You know, he moved to the U.S. I'm not sure how well received he's been over here. He doesn't really exactly know, I don't think, where he is. But if you kind of cast him aside from that family, the family's been incredible. The late Queen was amazing. I've been at Buckingham Palace. I've been at those incredible events. The way she welcomed my father with open arms was like beyond. You know, the King, again, knowing him for, you know, most of our lives, we've known him. You know, Kate, I think she conducts herself so incredibly well, has been such a kind of, you know, rock in the next generation of that family. She's been really, and so, you know, and William, obviously, I don't think has really made a misstep.
Nice.
And yet you look at kind of, you know, this one kind of black sheep that doesn't exactly know where he is, led by, I think, a wife who's pretty unpopular, probably both here and over where you are. And it's actually sad because I do think one of the greatest, one of the most beautiful things in the UK is actually the monarchy and what it stands for and what it symbolizes and this family. And I mean, it's gorgeous. And by the way, the United States loves it. Yeah. You know, every single time there's a royal event, a positive, weddings, etc., or horrible, right? You know, in terms of maybe somebody passing, it's covered on every station. You know, we love it for some reason. People are fascinated by it.
Are you sure about that?
But then you have kind of the saga of people who've just gone off the deep end, and it's actually sad to watch, but I think people can differentiate the two sides. I think they can differentiate this from this, which everybody loves. And so,
yes, yes, yes.
So I don't give a damn if he did drugs, if he did what. It means nothing. But I can tell you, my father and our entire family has tremendous respect for the monarchy.
Wow.
So Angela Levin, totally damning comments there from Eric Trump. But does it seem to suggest that Donald, as president, will not look to deport Harry, which is, of course, something that has been suggested as a realistic possibility?
Good question.
It's very interesting, isn't it? Because I think one of the most awful things for people to say about you is that we're completely not interested. We never see anything you do. We don't want to hear from you. You don't mean anything to us.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
And that's actually more painful than someone saying, well, can you change the way you do XYZ? You know, to wipe you out is quite horrible.
Boy.
And I think he just does feel that way. You're not important anymore. And therefore, it doesn't matter if you stay here or if you go, because, you know, most people don't care a bit about what you decide. And I think this is a very interesting, important thing.
Okay.
That in a way, they're getting their own back on Harry and Meghan, because of all the things they said. They got away with them all. They upset hugely the senior working royals who stayed quiet and dignified. And now a lot of people feel that they're able to say, you know, not interested in them anymore. Boring. Or even, I don't want to talk about them. You know, that's how it's hitting them back. It's taken a long time. But I think the royal family have waited, and other people have now realized that a lot of what they said was awful. And that curtsy, which you just showed, was the most significant, I think, of nearly everything.
Really, nigga?
It was so rude. It was so disrespectful of the whole royal family.
Me personally, I wouldn't take this level of disrespect.
And people just don't want to know somebody who can do that, especially as it was towards the Queen, who has been loved by, you know, the whole world thinks that she's wonderful. Even if people don't believe in the monarchy, they have thought that she was a wonderful woman and showed her great respect.
Fact.
And I think that, you know, you make a mistake when you go running ahead and you do as many things as you can to destroy something, and then you find, whoops, you know, they've seen through it and now they're going to get back to me, but in a very dignified way. And I think that Eric has spoken very kindly, giving an enormous boost for the royal family in the UK, which we all want.
Nice.
And said what he doesn't care about the people who've trying to destroy it. It's very heartwarming.
Yeah, no, it is. It was absolutely lovely. Of course, Angela, the Heritage Foundation, an organization I have huge respect for. I know you know a lot about this case as well. They are pushing ahead, and Eric Trump's comments won't stop them pushing ahead. And they will obviously be hoping that in a potential future Trump second administration, there will be judges that are more favorable to their cause, and their ultimate cause is to say, actually, Prince Harry shouldn't receive special treatment simply because he's a royal. We have a right to know whether he lied about illegal drug use on his admission documents.
Come on now, dog.
So that case will proceed, but obviously what will be interesting is whether Donald Trump personally gets behind it, and the jury remains out on that. But first, we've been told our whole lives that wrinkle creams were the easiest way to look younger.
Yes, exactly.
Now one doctor says that's nothing but old news. According to Dr. John Lake, the world-renowned Beverly Hills beauty expert, most wrinkle fixers on the market are nothing but glorified moisturizers.
Okay, I'm listening. You have my attention.
He says they hardly make a dent on your appearance, and some can even be harmful to your skin. Recently, Dr. Lake has focused his attention away from mainstream cosmetic practices. Why?
I don't know.
So that he can pursue a revolutionary anti-aging breakthrough, one that some experts say could empty the wallets of the cosmetic industry. He says it's almost like Photoshop for your face. You may even be mad after seeing how easy it is to visibly erase wrinkles from view.
Ha! Gay!
His personal clients have dubbed his new do-it-yourself technique the age rewinder method, because it can take years or even decades off your appearance in under 2 minutes. So in light of this amazing breakthrough, Dr. Lake has released a step-by-step video to the public, free and uninterrupted, where he outlines exactly how to use this simple solution from home.
Wow.
If this helps even one person look younger or feel more confident, I'll be thrilled knowing I helped, Dr. Lake told reporters. The video has since gone viral. At first, it was shared by users on Facebook, but since then, it's racked up over 2.3 million views and counting. So far, the comments and feedback have been outstanding, with thousands of women reporting they look decades younger.
So that was a f***ing lie.
One viewer even commented, "Best results of anything I've used. I can't believe how well this works. I'll never stop using this. I don't understand how it works, but the results are great. Thank you." So you can find out more about this yourself right now. Go to bhmd1.com/outspoken, or you can just click on the link in the description box below.
We don't do that here.
Let me repeat, bhmd1.com/outspoken. Now, there is one thing Dr. Lake asks from his viewers. If watching this video helps you look and feel younger than you have in years, then please share this video with your friends and loved ones. Together, we have the power to help as many women reclaim a youthful look as possible.
We do not care.
So go watch the video at bhmd1.com/outspoken right now, or just click on the link in the description box below.
I think if she finds a nice, very rich man, she would ditch Harry. She's ditched loads of people before. If they're not of great use to her, that's the end of it.
Women.
We know that Meghan is always thinking about what's next. She's always got a plan. And unfortunately, and this is very unfortunate for Harry, that includes her man. And we know that she is developing friendships, shall we say, with numerous billionaires who could, of course, come in handy for lots of reasons.
Wow.
Angela Levin, where in the world is Prince Harry? He went on that very long trip and now he's disappeared.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Yes, he went off to New York on September the 22nd. So it's quite a long time to go, particularly when Meghan has said about them, they're salt and pepper and they go everywhere together. So it's a really long part of separation. And also, I feel very sorry for the two children.
We do not care.
That's a great shame. They're not seeing their father. But it's really strange, isn't it? I felt that Harry has got very tied up with the false royal visits that they'd done.
Okay, I'm listening. You have my attention.
And that he just suddenly felt that this is not fair. You know, he's pushed at the back and he doesn't speak, and he's put on the sort of naughty table, not with people who are really involved in it. And I think he just felt he had to go somewhere and recover and show that he was something worthwhile. And I think that he has gone backwards, though, hasn't he? He did a sort of 9 visits to various charities in 9 days before he disappeared.
Wow.
But each of them was something he'd done for years. So he's still going backwards all the time, and he needs to go forwards. There he is, doing that in the, well, it's not the sea, is it? It was a lesson that he did 4 years ago, and I think that shows that he's still he's got a lot of energy and does well. But actually, it's a learning place, and it's not very difficult to do. So surfing is not necessarily something that he's good at. And if he doesn't like to have lots of photographers taking pictures of him, why on earth is he there showing himself off? Or trying to?
Because we know he's very conflicted when it comes to that. But you think he's using this solo time because, of course, he did always make it clear that he was going to take some type of solo holiday to celebrate his 40th birthday, at least without Meghan.
What?
You think he's using this time to think seriously about the future of his marriage and why it's become so unstable?
Yes, it's very interesting because as you saw each of the charities he went to, the first one, he was incredibly nervous because Meghan wasn't there. He couldn't be pushed around. He didn't know which way to look. And he was sitting on the chair, sort of his hands together and moving very, very uncomfortable and looking very scared, really.
So that was a lie.
But then gradually he relaxed and he enjoyed himself. And I think by the end he was thinking, hey, what have I missed? So he's disappeared. Some people think he's gone to, get better from some drugs, or other people think he's still in Southern America or Africa. Nobody quite knows, but I think it's very, very significant because why should he go away and leave Meghan and the children?
Oh! Ew! Dude! What the fuck?
Unless you're really thinking deeply about the future. I don't think at all for a second that it's what some of the magazines that are very pro Meghan and Harry say, that they want to go to different ways because they like them and they're better at them. I don't think that's it. If you're happily married, you don't just go off for ages, do you? You want to be together and they'd like to do things together, but Meghan wants to do her own things. I think she's looking for somebody who she can be together with instead of Harry.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And she just wants to see how people are reacting to her. That's my rather dramatic understanding. Because really, without him, people really don't want to know what she's up to. But I think if she finds a nice, very rich man, she would ditch Harry. She's ditched loads of people before. If they're not of great use to her, that's the end of it.
And I've decided that I want to die.
And Harry might feel the same because she is very, very strict with him. He has to move when she tells him and gets pushed out the way. And in that terrible visit that she gave, where she's just showing the dress, it was awful, just awful, so inappropriate. And just trying to show off, but she looks sort of washed out. Her face is very washed out. And she's probably in a very bad state because there've been criticisms of her and she can't take that. That's why I've always thought she would never go into politics, because you have to have very, very thick skin for that.
Really, nigga?
And she can't cope with people criticizing her.
Yeah, things are certainly not in a good place. I completely understand that. But I think, Angela, where you've hit the nail on the head is that we know that Meghan is always thinking about what's next. She's always got a plan.
Women.
And unfortunately, and this is very unfortunate for Harry, that includes her man. And we know that she is developing friendships, shall we say, with numerous billionaires who could, of course, come in handy for lots of reasons.
Are you serious?
But I absolutely do believe that Meghan will not be sitting still if she thinks there's any chance that Harry might potentially leave her. Personally, I don't think we're necessarily quite there yet, but clearly there is significant strain on their relationship now. We have reported that for some time, and it is difficult to see how it ends positively, especially given that professionally they are now separate.
What do you mean by that?
But of course...
I think... Sorry.
No, you come in, Angela.
Yeah, well, I think it's very difficult now because Harry absolutely fell in love with her. He wanted to do anything that she wanted. But of course, this was against what William has said, take it easy, wait. And he'd behaved so badly towards his father. And I think that he doesn't want to come back and say, sorry, you were right and I was wrong. I mean, it's very, very difficult to say that. And he's got to be absolutely certain and do it in a way that would be sensible, but I think it's not there yet either, because how do you work that out, that you've decided you do everything this woman wanted you to do, and you would look after her and love her and all those things, and then you realize that underneath it's not such a nice person, and it gets worse and worse, and suddenly you want to be yourself again.
Nice.
To apologize to your family is very, very difficult. You must feel very stupid, and I think he doesn't want to feel very stupid.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you,
we don't care.